We are done live. Yay, Hare Krishna, everyone. Welcome. Today is very special class. I want all kids to be quiet when I'm giving the class, because if someone talks in between, we'll miss the stories. There are a lot of stories to cover today.
Mataji, who's K?
We don't know who is that K, okay? We don't know. Let's ask them. Who is this K?
They logged out.
Oh, they logged out. Oh, see? They logged out. We started asking them, who is that? And they logged out.
Because they felt bad.
Okay. Give me 1 minute. I'll be coming back. Give me 1 minute.
To be a statue. One is the same result by worshipping the statue of the Lord.
Hare Krishna, kids. So today it is very special day. Devash, there is lot of background. There is background noise from your microphone. Okay. So today and whole of this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we have a teachers coming up and telling you the Gita Mahatmya stories. What happens to a devotee if they read Gita even one time or one sloka? Each chapter has some story to it. what you get benefit of reciting first chapter, second chapter, third chapter. So we will be seeing that. I request kids to please not unmute. There are a lot of stories, and be attentive on your videos too. Okay, on your videos, and you can eat, you can do whatever you are doing. Okay, let's start the class. Okay, let's start with the prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalaakaya Chakshurunmlitanyena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine. नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Okay, today's quote. Balavrinda will read for today, okay? 18th December. Can you read, Vrinda?
Our centuries are like the oats in the vast desert. In the desert, there is no water, but occasionally is if one is fortunate, he may come in contact with an oasis, and he is saved. Similarly, in the material world, we are drying up due to the lack of spiritual knowledge. Our ISKCON centuries are meant to give relief to the dried up conditioned souls who are searching after the nectar joyful life.
Yeah, okay. So here in this quote, Srila Prabhupada is saying that whole material world is like a desert. There is no water. Desert means the place where is full of sand. California, you can see a lot of these sandy places, all completely sand, no trees. And when you're going, it's like that. In the desert, what happened? There is no water, but there is some places that is very little water. Lucky person, if they find the water, they can drink and they can satisfy their thirst. In the same way, ISKCON temples in this America, what happened? It's here all full of sense gratification, right? All people are bad. Everybody is bad around us. Lucky person like you all and like me who got an association of a devotee or a temple, and we take that association and we feel blissful like that. Srila Prabhupada is saying in this quote. So as I said, we are doing Gita Mahatmya stories. So one day Parvati was asking to his husband, okay, tell me the glories of Lord Krishna and also tell me the glories of Bhagavad Gita. So that is what Parvati was asking Lord Shiva. Then Lord Shiva started describing the glories of Lord. Wait, I missed it. Okay. Then Lord Shiva started describing the glories of the blue boy. Who is in a blue boy? Who is a blue boy? It's Krishna, right? So, and Lord Vishnu. Lord Vishnu is sitting and sleeping on the thousand-hood Sesha. He started saying, but these glories have unlimited. Nobody can say his glories. It's very unlimited. There is no end to it. Then Lord Shiva says, even though the glories of Lord Krishna are unlimited, one day what happened is Lakshmi Devi is asking to Lord Vishnu, oh Lord Krishna or Lord Vishnu here, your glories are unlimited. How can we understand your glories? Then Lord Krishna told to Lord, Lakshmi Devi, what he said, that even though my glories are unlimited, I am presented in Bhagavad Gita. I am presented in Bhagavad Gita. You can easily understand me by reading Bhagavad Gita. One who reads Bhagavad Gita will get rid of birth, death, and all the miseries. So all my energies are unlimited, as we all know, Krishna's energies are unlimited. But somehow Krishna, because Krishna only spoke, he have put all his glories in that. And also, not only that, Lord Krishna's form is Bhagavad Gita. Like it is said, the first five chapters are my five heads, and then next 10 chapters are my 10 arms, and the 16th chapter is my tummy, and the last two chapters are my lotus feet. This Bhagavad Gita destroys all the sins. An intelligent person who daily recites even one chapter, one verse, or a half a verse, even a one line, will attain same position as Sura Sharma. Okay, the first chapter glory starts here. So it is how important. Did you all hear this very carefully? I know I did not allow anybody to unmute because there are a lot of stories, but please be attentive. See how great the glories of Bhagavad Gita. Even one line, even a half line, even one verse, one chapter. If you are reciting, you can go back to Krishna. You will never come back to this material world. So let's hear the chapter 1 glories. So chapter 1 glories starts here. So chapter 1 of Bhagavad Gita, whoever reads, what will happen to them? So there is a Brahmana named who is Sura Sharma. What happened to him? He was in Brahmana family, but he was always a wicked person. He never was behaving good. He was always a bad person. What he was doing? He was collecting the leaf from a tree and making a paper plates with a tree, with the leaves of the tree. And he was killing everyone, and he was troubling everyone, and he's like a very bad person. Okay, then what happened? Because of his sins, he suffered a lot and he died. He went into many hells and suffered a long time. After that, what happened? He received a bull body. You can see in this picture. He became a bull because he was a Brahmana. He's supposed to be godly, and he was not godly. He was torturing other people. That's the reason. After he suffered lot of hellish planets in the hellish planet for many years, then he received a bull body. Because he was in bull body, what happened is one day he was carrying heavy loads on his body, and one day it became so much heavy load for him, and he died. Because he was died on the road, lot of people were thinking, oh, this poor bull, it has died, let me give my price credits to this bull, and bull may attain a good fortune in the next life. Like that everybody were telling to this bull. And it was surprised that there came a prostitute who is a bad lady. But the prostitute gave her good results. Because she gave her good results, when this bull went to Yamaraja's abode, and because this prostitute gave a good results, what come a prostitute will have a good results? The prostitute itself is a bad lady and enjoying sense gratification. But to the surprise, because of that lady's merit only, he attains all the his sins all eradicated when he went back to the Yamaraja. Why? Then what happens in the next life? The Surasharma got a Brahman body, a good Brahmana body, and then he also remembers his previous birth as a bull and what happened to him in Yamaloka. Also, he remembers. So then he was searching for that prostitute who helped him. So then he goes to that prostitute and asks, oh, prostitute, what have the merits you did? Because of your merits, I was able to get rid of the hellish planet. And then prostitute says that she has a parrot. She has a parrot You can see in this picture also, she has a parrot, beautiful parrot, and the parrot was reciting always some verses. And this prostitute, even though she's a bad lady, she was hearing every day all these verses. And by hearing, her heart became cleansed. And she that is why, she earned lot of pious credits by hearing it. So that's all the pious credits. Because of that, the bull could get rid of this hellish planet. And now the brahmana asked the parrot, hey parrot, what is that great thing that you how did you learn this recitation? What happened? Where from you got this recitation words? Then the parrot says, parrot was in previous life, he was a brahmana, but still he was not a good brahmana. So then he became a parrot. But luckily, what happened is, wherever this parrot was there a brahmana was reciting a beautiful verses every day. And because of that, hearing everything, she learned all those verses. The parrot learned all those verses. After certain time, the parrot came to this a prostitute house. And what did the parrot do? The parrot started reciting the same verses to this lady. Uh, this is the other chapter, I think. Okay. Give me a minute. Okay. So then the same parrot started reciting the verses to this prostitute, and prostitute started hearing these. Suraj Sharma was very extremely happy that he also started reciting every day chapter 1, and he attained the super destination, that is Vaikuntha. He reached Krishna. So that's the greatness of first chapter. So everybody together, can you all unmute and say Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai? Can you all say that?
Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai.
Okay. How many of you know the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita, first sloka? Only those people unmute who knows the sloka. Don't unmute if you don't know. Okay. Let us all recite one sloka. Dhritarashtra uvacha dharmashe kurukshetre samavetayuva mamaka pandavasya Arvata Sanjaya. People. So, kids, you all got the same merit. That how Surya Sharma also is going to get it. Okay. But we as a devotee, we don't ask any credit. We ask love for Krishna. Krishna, please give me so much of love towards you so that I can always devote my life towards you. Like that. Is that okay, kids? Do you all like the first story? Yes? A big Haribol. Haribol. Yes. Come on. Let's move to the next story. And I want everybody to be quiet again. Okay? Or no talking. No talking. Please mute yourself. I want everybody to be quiet. Sorry, only for today. Okay, now moving to the next chapter. The second chapter, glories. The story name is The Brahmana, Tiger, Goat, and Monkey. Oh, this is very interesting story. So, Lord Vishnu, Lord Vishnu continued the glorification of Bhagavad Gita here. So, please listen carefully. Lakshmi Devi, she is telling to Lakshmi Devi that. So, one day there was Lord Brahmana named Deva Sharma, who satisfied all the demigods, but he was unhappy because something is missing. He's thinking, what is missing? What is missing? Then Deva Sharma was searching for something which is greater than that. So one day he was meditating and he met a yogi. He met a yogi and who was peaceful, devoid of all material desires. So this yogi, who had complete knowledge of Supreme Personality of Godhead, advised Deva Sharma to meet a Mitravan, who was in a different village. Okay, he was herding the goats. He was taking care of the goats. So then Deva Sharma went on searching for this Mitravan, who is taking care of the goats. And then when Devasharma finally meets this Mitravan, inquires him about devotion to Lord Krishna. Then he asked him, how can I get devotion towards Lord Krishna? Then Mitravan narrates the following story. My dear Devasharma, once when I was herding the goats, what happened is there was a tiger who came to attack all goats. But then all the goats ran away, including this Mitravan. But there was only one goat which was just about to catch by this tiger. Suddenly, Mitravan and everybody were shocked to see that instead of tiger eating this goat, the tiger didn't eat it. Then the tiger hugged the goat. You can see in this picture. Why? What happened? They did not understand. Then Mitravan told a story which he heard from Sukama. Sukama is a monkey. Okay. Monkey is saying hi to all of you to tell a beautiful story. Can we all say hi? Please don't unmute. Just say hi with your hands waving. Hi to monkey. Now Sukama is going to say a beautiful story for us. What's that story? Let's hear. Okay. So Sukama is saying another story. So one day, when Sukama saw another sage who was feeding him sumptuous food and speaking a pleasant words. The pleased sage gave Sukama second chapter of Bhagavad Gita written on on the stone. The sage left after giving Sukama an instruction to recite the chapter daily. Because Sukama followed this instruction, she quickly attained complete knowledge of Lord Krishna. And because of devoted austerities performed at a very place where Mitravan and the monkeys were standing, anyone who comes there no longer feels a hunger and thirsty at once attain complete peace. So what happened? Because the sage gave the Bhagavad Gita written on the stone, so this monkey was reciting whatever is there on the stone every single day. Because of that, that place became a divine place. Whoever comes over that place, nobody feel hunger. Because of that reason, the tiger could not eat the goat. So then, hearing these, the Mitravan showed Devasharma the stone. You can see that monkey and goat and Devasharma, and looking at that stone, which is written Bhagavad Gita Sloka, second chapter. So then, now seeing these, Devasharma was very, very shocked, and he thought he will also recite this second chapter. By reciting this second chapter, Devasharma attained the mercy of the lotus feet of Krishna. So now moving on to the second chapter. Who all know the second chapter, first sloka?
Me.
Okay, let me unmute everyone. Wait, let me unmute everyone. Sorry, allow to unmute. Okay, now you all can unmute. Now can you all say second chapter Bhagavad Gita ki? Yay!
Second
Now,
chapter
who
Bhagavad
all know?
Gita ki jai.
Okay, who all know Bhagavad Gita second chapter, first sloka? Only those kids are unmuting, not everybody. Can you all hear me? Only those kids. Okay, 1 minute, 1 minute. One, two, three. Let's recite. Sanjaya Uvacha Samprata Kripaya Ashokule Idantam Itam Vakyam Uvacha Madhusudana. Hey, Hari Bol kids, thank you everyone for reciting this sloka. So now you all getting the same benefit. You are all satisfied. You'll be satisfied with whatever we have, and we can easily practice Krishna consciousness and be happy. Our goal is not to get any material benefit. Our goal is to attain Krishna. Moving on to the next chapter. Oh, we have less time, but we will cover this chapter because after this we don't have any class. Still, we can have a presentation too. Okay, bear with. Today the class might go a little longer. We have presentation after this also. As we don't have any class after this, that's why I'm going little longer time. Chapter 3. Everybody please be mute. And I'll ask you to unmute. That time you can unmute. Okay. Chapter 3. The ghost attain a Vishnu form. Oh, how did a ghost attain a Vishnu form? Lord Vishnu then recited the glories of the 3rd chapter of Bhagavad Gita by narrating the story of Jada. Who is this Jada? Again, this Jada is also a Brahmin, but who had wasted wealth in gambling, drinking, hunting, visiting the prostitute. So he just spent his time all in sense gratification. He did not do any good thing. Then one day he went on a trip. Where he went? He went on a business trip. So at that time, because he had lots of money with him, he's carrying business means you carry so much of money and gold or something like that, right? So then the robbers attacked him and they killed him. So because of that, he became a ghost, attained a ghostly body. So the Jada's son, in spite his father is very bad, but Jada's son was very good. Like we see, Hiranyakashipu was very bad, but the son Prahalad is a very good person, right? In the same way, the Jada son is very good person. So what did he do? He was searching for his father, and then he was searching for his father. Then he came to know that that his father died. So he was moving forward to Gaia. So why we go to this Gaia, this place where you offer, pinda to the soul who passed away, so that the soul can get the higher destination. So everybody goes to Gaia and offers some pinda to the past soul. So then this Jada's son was also going. So then when one day on his way to the Gaya, he sits under the tree and where he opens his Bhagavad Gita and starts reading the chapter 3. When he does that, what happened to his surprise? Then whoever his father was died was being as a ghost in this tree where he was sitting, and suddenly he sees that his father turned into a four-handed Vishnu form. And his father started speaking. Thank you, my dear son. Thank you so much. Because you recited 3rd chapter of Bhagavad Gita, I could get rid of this ghostly body. Now I got the body of Lord Vishnu, where I can go to Vaikuntha Loka. And soon after, the airplane comes and it was about to take this Jada. But the father says the instructions to his son. Thank you so much for relieving from me from a ghostly body. Can you also do me a favor? Can you relieve even my brother, my sister, and not only this, can you please recite this chapter to so that all the people in hellish planet can also get rid of their sinful reaction and get out of the hell. So hearing these, now this Jada goes to heavenly this Vaikuntha Loka, because he got rid of all his sinful reaction. He goes to Vaikuntha. Now this Jada's son started reciting every day 3rd chapter. So one day Yamaraja goes to the hellish planet. Sorry. What happens is, after this, by doing this, all the people in the hell get rid of the sinful reaction, and they all will be released to the surprise. So then now Emaraja is confused. What happened? How came all the all the hell is got emptied? Now Emaraja gets a question, and he goes to Swetadeep, the ocean of milk ocean, and where he inquires to Yamaraj, where he inquires to Lord Vishnu, and he offers his obeisances, and he says, he also offer his obeisances to Lord Lakshmi Devi and Lord Vishnu. So he sang some prayers, because what do we do as a devotee? When you go in front of the Lord, we praise the Lord, and we ask something to the Lord. That's a devotee mentality. We don't directly, okay, I want this, I want this. No, you just praise the Lord, then you ask. So with the folded hands, Yamaraja offered obeisances and prayers to Lord Vishnu. My dear Lord Vishnu, you are the well-wishers of all the conditioned souls. There is no limit to your glories. From you, the Vedas have come. You are time and the cause of the time. You are the cause of cause and the maintainer of their worlds, of three worlds. And you will destroy all things. You are the super soul directing everyone's activity. You are the guru of the universe and the goal of devotees. O lotus eyed one, please accept my humble obeisances again and again. After praying, Yamaraja asked Lord Vishnu Lord to instruct in a deep voice as thunder, as a sweet. So Lord Vishnu replied, my dear Yamaraja, I need not to instruct your duty. Kindly return to your abode. In the future, continue your duty with full blessings. Thereafter, Jada's son was taken to abode of Lord Vishnu, where he eternally engaged in the service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, because of his recital, all the hellish planet was empty, and even Yamaraja came to visit to see what happened. Why is this happening? So then Lord Vishnu said, "Do not worry. Now you go and do your duty." And they, who it was this Jada's son, went back to Vaikuntha, because he was been reciting for every fallen soul this chapter 3 Bhagavad Gita. So let's all say one time Jai to chapter 3. Okay, chapter 3 Bhagavad Gita ki wait. Jai. And we all recite first sloka in the chapter 3. Are you all ready to do that? I don't know how many of you know, but you can open in the Veda base if you all have in front of you. Arjuna Vacha Jayasi Karmanaste Matta Buddhi Janardana Satkim Karmani Kodesha Jayati Keshava Hari Om. That's the glories of the chapter 3. Wow, I finished on time. It's 6:01. I did not take much time. Okay, I don't want it to take much time because Hrishya needs to present, but I was supposed to give 6 chapters of Mahatya, but I could only cover 3. Maybe next time. Okay, or the other teacher will take over from the chapter 3. Thank you, kids, for attentively hearing the Gita Mahatya. Now we have Hrishya, who is going to give the summary of Gita. That's so nice, right? So we will get all the benefit. Okay, let's, I will spotlight first her. Wait, Risha, I'm going to give you co-host. And also I am going to spotlight you. Wait. Replace the spotlight. Okay. So now I'm going to read your introduction before I give you. Okay. Where is our introduction? Okay. Okay. Risha is 8-year-old, resides in Michigan. She is very good in reciting Bhagavad Gita slokas, and she is also learning the meaning of it. She loves singing, dancing, and doing kirtan for the pleasure of Sri Radha Gopi Jana Vallabha. Brings her immense joy. She passionately involved in playing kirtan, kartal, mridanga, and harmonium. In addition to her love for bhajan, she is very eager to learn about the teachings of Srila Prabhupada and the pastimes of Krishna. Her evenings are filled with gratitude as she attends Bhakti Sangha classes, cherishing every class from her dedicated teachers. Thank you, Risha, for joining us every evening, giving your time to us. And today, Risha is going to present chapter-wise summary of Bhagavad Gita. And Risha, keep in mind, it is 25 minutes you can take, and 5 minutes will give the realization time. Okay? Go ahead, Risha. Unmute yourself.
Hello.
Yes.
I'm just gonna share screen with you.
Yeah, you can share the screen.
Okay. What? That's my line.
Can you see my screen?
Can you
Yes,
see my
we
screen?
we can see that.
Yeah. Hi Krishna, today I'm going to say the chapter-wise summary of Bhagavad Gita. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Dhyananjanasalaakaya Chakshudunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Nitinamine Namaste Saraswati देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hello. What happened? Okay. What the laugh? Okay.
1 minute.
Give me 1 minute, Mataji. Okay.
No worries, take your time.
Okay.
Slideshow వచ్చింది.
Okay. I'll get it in my book.
It's loading.
It's good.
Okay.
So this is the introduction. Bhagavad Gita, it is not an ordinary book. It is a book of divine wisdom. And Bhagavad Gita, it is considered to be the essence of all Vedic scriptures. Bhagavad Gita, it's not mythology. It is part of Mahabharata, and it is the conversation between Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna and his dear devotee and friend Arjuna. As the Kurukshetra war is about to happen, Dhritarashtra, the father of Kauravas, he asks his secretary Sanjay about what is happening on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. And Sanjay, he begins describing the scene, and the oldest brother of the Kauravas, Duryodhana, he goes to his guru Dronacharya and requests him to hear about his analysis about the two armies. Arjuna has requested Krishna to kindly drive the chariot into the middle of two armies. So Krishna, he's a supreme lord, but he's still playing the role of a ordinary charioteer for acting like an ordinary charioteer and driving the chariot of Arjuna. So Arjuna, he's very compassionate very compassionate person, and a compassionate person does not want to harm any people. Chapter 2, Sankhya Yoga. Krishna is saying, Arjuna, such weakness of heart is not becoming of you, who is from such a brave cultured lineage. So get up and fight, Arjuna. And Arjuna says, my mind is completely perplexed now in this state, O Krishna. And Arjuna is saying, he's saying that Krishna, now you're my spiritual master, I'm your disciple. As my guru, please give me instructions for what I have to do now. And Prabhupada, he calls it a game changer. So far, Krishna was Arjuna's friend. Arjuna was trying to solve all his life problems on his own. Arjuna is not an ordinary person. He was highly qualified, very intelligent, very learned, very cultured, capable in every respect, in every way. But still, Arjuna could not solve his own problems. And Krishna begins giving some instructions. And after Arjuna was done speaking, Krishna said he was speaking like a wise man, but actually one who is truly wise laments neither for the living or for dead. So you should know, Arjuna, we're all eternal spiritual beings, and you're the eternal soul. And Krishna, he goes on to make a wonderful logic analysis. Chapter 3. The word yoga means to connect, and chapter 3 is called Karma Yoga. And to connect to the Supreme Lord, Krishna, to connect to the God, no activity can become yoga unless there is conscious attempt to connect that activity with God, Sri Krishna. And at the very least, there must be a disconnection from the material world. And that is the basic level of Karma Yoga, which Krishna is speaking in this chapter. And Krishna says to Arjuna that it is better for you to fight for me than try to renounce. Arjuna thinks that by giving up action, he can avoid the reaction also. And Krishna reminds him, Arjuna, it's not possible to give up action because every living entity is forced to act, and at every moment we are acting. And Krishna tells Arjuna to stand up and perform his duty of fighting. Chapter 4, Transcendental Knowledge. And in this chapter, Krishna is giving Arjuna understanding of divine knowledge. Krishna is telling Arjuna that you must fight with the knowledge. Krishna is saying that this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita is not new, and neither it is the first time he is telling it. And he says, I have spoken it many times before. Krishna is saying that he has spoke to the sun god Vivaswan, who spoke it to his son Manu, who spoke it to his son King Ikshvaku. And this way, the knowledge has come down in disciplic succession of saintly kings. And Krishna tells Arjuna, you and I had many lives in the past. You forgot them, but I remember them. One who understands the divine nature of Krishna becomes eligible to go back to Krishna's kingdom. Chapter 5, Karma Yoga. Arjuna asks Krishna that which of the two are better, giving up activities, that is karma sannyasa, or working in devotion, karma yoga. Krishna is said that working in devotion is superior. So Krishna recommends working in devotion. The peace formula is mentioned here in the concluding verse of this chapter, where he says, if you want peace, we should recognize three things. One thing is Krishna is the only enjoyer. Krishna is the only proprietor. Krishna says, I'm the well-wisher of everyone. He doesn't say, I'm the only well-wisher of devotees or Hindus. He's the well-wisher of all the human species. Chapter 6, Dhyana Yoga. Krishna begins this chapter by defining who is a real sannyasi. A sannyasi is not simple, and one who abstains from action, but rather one who rather works for the pleasure of the Supreme Lord, Krishna. Krishna, he describes various processes that are part of the Eightfold Yoga system. It is very difficult or not possible for us in this age to practice this system. Arjuna hears this description and his response is, "My dear Krishna, this is impossible." And one may somehow, Arjuna is saying, or one may somehow control the raising wind, but to control the mind is impossible because it is restless and turbulent. Krishna is saying, he said, "Yes, Arjuna, you are right. The mind is indeed everything you say it is. But by regular practice, it is possible to control the mind." Arjuna's next question is, what would happen if he was unsuccessful in this path of spirituality? He neither attains success materially because he is abstained from so many material things, not enjoyed material way of life, and he doesn't attain in spiritual life either. He'll be in a very complex situation. And Krishna is saying, don't worry, Arjuna. If a person has done a little bit of Krishna consciousness in this life, they will, in the next life, they will continue from where they have left off. And Lord Krishna, he concluded this chapter that a devotee is topmost yogi. Yoginam api sarvesham madgate nantaratmana shadavan bhajate yo mam same yukta tamo mata. Chapter 7, Knowledge of the Absolute. In the 6th chapter ending, Krishna, he mentioned that one who is constantly thinking of me always within himself or herself, how does one come to that situation? We need to know more about Krishna. If we have to love Krishna, we need more information about him. Krishna, he starts the 7th chapter by explaining about himself and his energies. Krishna says that this material world is a combination of matter and spirit. Krishna said that I am the source of all these, matter and spirit. Krishna says that I am the support, the sustenance, and the basis for everything material and the spiritual. Everything rests upon me. Krishna said, among thousands of people, hardly one endeavors in the path of truth, and among those who attains perfection in path, hardly one understands me, truth. So Krishna is saying they can understand me in truth. Chapter 8, Attaining the Supreme. Arjuna has 8 questions for Krishna. Krishna has answered 7 of them in 2 verses. 8th question, and the 8th question is of Arjuna's is, those who are self-controlled, how can they know at the time of death? Krishna says that if someone thinks of me at the time of death, they'll come to my spiritual abode. If someone doesn't think of me at the death, they won't come back to me, but take birth in this material world. Krishna explains the yogic method for preparing for death. It is very hard for ordinary people to do. Krishna says, for devotee it doesn't matter, the pure devotee will go back to Godhead, because pure devotees always think of me, Krishna says, and they think of me with devotion. Krishna says the nature of this material world, it is the cyclical and temporary nature, not everlasting. Chapter 9, Raja Vidya Yoga, the most confidential knowledge. Krishna is describing to Arjuna that how he pervades so many times. It is not easy to understand the Lord is a person and we have to love him. So the knowledge of Krishna is the most confidential knowledge. In this chapter, Krishna speaks about the glories of pure devotional service. Krishna says that the worship of the demigods is also the worship of me. It is just worship done in the wrong way. Krishna says those who worship me are called Mahatmas, the great souls who surrender to me. And Krishna says that the last verse of this chapter is very important. मन्मनाभवद्भक्तो मद्याधीमां नमस्कुरु मामेवैषसि युक्त्वा एवम् आत्मानं मत्परायण. Engage your mind always in me and always in thinking of me. Become my devotee, offer obeisances to me and worship me. Being completely absorbed in me, surely you will come back to me. Chapter 10, Vibhuti Yoga. In this chapter, Krishna is speaking about his opulences, which is called the Vibhuti. That's why this chapter is called Vibhuti Yoga. Krishna has listed 82 opulences that we can all hear and increase our devotion. For example, if we love somebody, we have to know more about them. And Krishna begins this chapter by saying that he is the origin of everyone and everything. But as for his origin, it is concerned, it is beyond comprehension of anyone. Having declared this, Krishna goes on to speak the 4 verses, 8, 9, 10. These are called the Chatusloki Bhagavad Gita. These are considered as the nutshell verses of Bhagavad Gita. In the first one, 8th verse, Krishna explains that he is the source of everything, spiritual and material. In the 9th verse, Krishna explains that what his devotees are. Devotees talk about Krishna, and that is the characteristic of devotees. In the 10th verse, those who are constantly devoted to him and serve faithfully, he gives them understanding and they are always guided. Krishna says that in the 10th verse. In the 11th verse, the last one, Krishna explains eventually all the endurance in the heart of such devotee will be destroyed by the lamp of true spiritual knowledge. Krishna's idea in giving us these opulences is to increase our appreciation for him, so that we may learn to love him better and we become confident and faithful that our love is rightly reposed. Chapter 11, the Universal Form. In this chapter, Arjuna wants to see Krishna as the universal form. Arjuna is a pure devotee of Krishna, and the pure devotee is interested in the two-handed form of Krishna. The universal form is for those who don't appreciate Krishna's original transcendental form, Satchidananda Vigraha. However, for the benefit of all generations to come in the future, Arjuna wants to establish firmly that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. One of the things that gives proof for this is that he can demonstrate his universal form. Krishna says it is only through devotional service that one can see him. There is no other process. Chapter 12, Devotional Service. Arjuna has asked Krishna so many doubts and questions. And moving forward, Arjuna has a question, and that question is a devotee better than a person who worships your impersonal aspect? Krishna replies that a devotee is better. He is higher. Krishna says that for those who worship the impersonal absolute, for the process of self-realization is hard. Krishna says that a devotee is in far superior position. Krishna says that the highest position of spiritual achievement is to think of him, but not everybody can do that. What you should always pray to Krishna is that, Krishna, I love you. Chapter 13, The Enjoyer in Consciousness. And in this chapter, Arjuna has 6 questions to Krishna. He wants to know about 6 topics. And the 6 questions are written here. Krishna begins by the middle 2 questions first. He explains that this body is a kshetra and the soul which is in the body is kshetagnya. There is also what is happening in everyone's body, and that is the supreme kshetagnya, who's Krishna, the super soul in everyone's. The Prakriti is the material nature, that is everything we see around us, and the Purusha is the supreme Lord, Krishna. To understand the things beyond oneself, one's physical body is called Jnana. Krishna said, eventually one must be one must understand the object of the knowledge, that is the super soul. In the heart, that is Sri Krishna. And in the 23rd sloka, Krishna said he's the witness, enjoyer, master, maintainer of the living entity, and he is the real enjoyer. Paramatma seated in everyone's body. This and one can understand that Krishna is going to observe every single activity we do. Chapter 14. The three modes of material nature. Krishna, he begins explaining that he is the seed, giving father of everyone. He says that it is I, Krishna, who impregnated material nature with all the living entities and thus make possible the birth of all different species of life. Krishna, he explains that every living entity in this material world is tightly bound to the grip of three modes of nature, material nature. And the three modes of material nature are goodness, sattva-guna, passion, rajaguna, and ignorance, tamaguna. Krishna explains in this chapter there is a constant competition between these three modes. Sometimes someone may be in sattva-guna, sometimes someone may be in rajaguna, or sometimes someone may be in tamaguna. And depending on which mode of nature we are conditioned by, that even determines our next destination after that. So it is important for us to understand the three modes. And therefore, one attains to lead the pure life first. Even though one lives in the mode of goodness because it is in the mode, one can understand spiritual objects. One tries to give up the activities to pretend to the lower planets, lower modes. Someone can read this sloka.
Mom chayo. Come here, Vrinda. Tondra. Mom chayo vichara.
Bhagyayo vicharera bhaktayogena sevita sagara sabatera brahmabhutaya kalpate.
Brahma bhuyaya.
Brahmabhutaya kalpate. One who engages in full devotional service, unfailing in circumstances, at one transcends the moods of material nature and thus comes to the level of Brahman. Once again, Krishna concludes this chapter that it is only by devotional service one can actually cross over the stiff bondage of three modes. Chapter 15. The Yoga of the Supreme Person. This chapter is called Purushottama Yoga. Purusha means person and Uttama means best. So Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This chapter is beginning with Krishna explaining that this material world can be compared to an inverted banyan tree. We can identify with this material body. Krishna says that one must cut to the knot of attachment, of illusion of this world by the sword of detachment. So Krishna gives a little hint about what his kingdom is like and what his kingdom is like. And Krishna explains that just like the air carries aromas, the living entity moves his consciousness. The wise can see, but those who don't have the knowledge, who are blind to the scripture wisdom, they don't even understand this. So Krishna concludes this chapter by saying, anyone who understands me to be the Supreme Person serves me with love and devotion. He is able to cut through the knots of attachment and then come to my abode. Chapter 16. The Divine and Demoniac Natures. In this chapter, Krishna mentions 26 divine qualities and 6 demoniac qualities. Some of the 26 divine qualities are fearlessness, austerity, simplicity, and etc. Some of the 6 demoniac qualities are arrogance, pride, and harshness, etc. Krishna says the people in demoniac nature, they claim that there is no God. And Krishna explains that there are 3 gates to hell. The 3 gates are lust, kama, greed, greed, krodha, and anger, labha. Krishna concludes this chapter by saying that a devotee of the Lord actually, when he or she surrenders to Krishna, can easily transform this all by developing divine qualities. So, chapter 17, the divisions of faith. In this chapter, Arjuna wants to know more about one can understand this world in terms of classifications. Krishna says that the faith that is required for worship also comes out of the association of three modes of nature. And Krishna goes on to describe how three modes of nature can be used to analyze different types of things in our experience. A beautiful analysis according to the three modes of material nature can be found in this chapter. Chapter 18, the perfection of renunciation. This chapter is the summary of all that Krishna has discussed in the first 17 chapters. So this first 17 chapters and the Gita ends the Krishna telling Arjuna, it ends by the 17 chapters, and the 18th chapter is the summary of what Krishna said in the other chapters. He rises the Jnana section and the Karma section initially, and he then again continues his analysis. Prabhupada says this 65th verse in this chapter is the most important instruction. Manmanabha madbhakta madhyaji mam namaskuru mame vaishasi satyam te pratijane priyosi me. Always think of me, become my devotee, worship me, and offer your homage unto me. Thus you will come to me without fail. I promise you this because you're my very dear friend. Chapter 18, conclusion. In the 66th verse, which is also a very important verse, Krishna summarizes the Gita. Sarvadharman parityaja mamekam sharanam vraja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami masacha. Krishna asks Arjuna, and through Arjuna, all of us, because we are always doubtful. Faith is very difficult. Such an assurance from the Lord should give us confidence, the fearlessness, and inspiration and the motivation to surrender to Krishna. After having completed this discourse, Krishna asks Arjuna, "Now has your ignorance and illusion have been dispelled? Are you situated firmly now?" Arjuna has replied that, "Yes, my dear Krishna, by your mercy I have regained my memory now, and now I'm inspired to fight." And if we follow on the footsteps of Arjuna and become pure devotees of Krishna, then we will also be protected. Now, coming back to Sanjaya, who began the discussion in the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita, he says, "Just hearing the wonderful dialogues between Krishna and his dear devotee Arjuna makes my hair stand on the end. And now, having heard this, I think myself is extremely fortunate." Chapter 18, conclusion. Arjuna's conclusion, this is the last verse of the Bhagavad Gita. It is, "Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Bhardo Dhanurdhara, Tatra Shir Vijayo Bhute, Devani Te Mate Mama." Wherever there is Krishna, the master of all mystics, and wherever there is Arjuna, the supreme archer, there will also certainly be opulence, victory, extraordinary power, and morality. That is my opinion. We're done. Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol. Everybody, please unmute and say 3 times Hari Bol to Risha. Okay? She did a wonderful Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Risha. That's a really very, very great work. You're 8-year-old. I can't imagine that you did 18 chapter summaries in such a speed.
It's double of 8. 8 and 18.
Yeah, 8 and 18. Okay, you put one beside her age. Okay, good. 18. Okay, kids. We have a less time because of time. However kids wanted to say, they can say. Still, I can open because I don't want Risha to be upset. Okay, let's all encourage Risha by telling her she did a good job. Okay, Ryan wants to go first. Ryan, go ahead.
Could I go? So Hrishya, is that correct? Okay. So Hrishya, I really like how you did your presentation, and you're just an 8-year-old boy, and I never knew that an 8-year-old girl can recite 18 slokas, and I like how you and I like how you did your presentation, and make sure that your that your voice doesn't go a little that like your voice was going like hyper or something.
Yeah, in between there is internet issue. Yes, Ryan, thank you so much for your sweet words. Jai? Unmute, Jay. I allowed everybody to unmute.
Your presentation was so good, and I liked how you did all the chapters of Bhagavad Gita, and you did it in so short of a time. Usually it takes sometimes a month to read Bhagavad Gita. Thank you, Jay.
Next, we have Krishna Naina.
Hare Krishna, Hrishya. I really liked your presentation. I liked how you summarized like the whole Bhagavad Gita, and that too for each chapter when you were summarizing it, you gave a lot of information in that one summary. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Krishna.
Okay, next we have Suhrad.
The presentation was really wonderful. I like how you organized each of your summary, and yes, real good.
Thank you, Suhrad. Okay, now we have Palvit.
I liked how you said your presentation, and it was very good, and good job for that.
Thank you, Palvit. Okay, we have Jahnavi.
Hi, Krishna. I really liked the presentation. And you know what? I love how you summarized, I love how the way you summarized each chapter and kind of gave us hints of what we're going to learn in the Gita Mahatmya in each chapter.
Thank you, Jahnavi.
Okay, Devarsh Bala.
Hare Krishna, Hrishya. To summarize the 18 chapters in 25 minutes, even an adult cannot summarize the all 18 chapters in 25 minutes. Hrishya, you done a hard work, and your presentation was nice. I like your presentation. Hare Krishna, Hrishya.
Thank you, Devbala.
Thank you, Devarsh Bala, for encouraging Risha. Very sweet words. Isha, Vikram, and Kasi. Go ahead.
Hare Krishna. Hrishya. It's yeah, it was a great presentation because you said all of the chapters and you did a lot of shlokas, including and talked about each chapter in the Bhagavad Gita and how is it special.
Thank you, Isha.
Okay, we have Param.
Hare Krishna, Hrishya. I really liked your presentation because you were talking about the chapter description of the Bhagavad Gita, and no one else I heard was doing this presentation, and it was new to hear about. Thank you, Hrishya. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Param.
Thank you, Param. So now Vrinda wanted to say something to Hrishya. Okay.
Hrishya, I really like your class, and it's really good how you were reading very fast, and you did all of the 18 chapters summarized. It's really good for your age. It's very good how you use hard work, and you practiced all the slokas. Even some of the 18 chapter slokas, I also don't really memorize and don't know that much.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Vrinda.
I
Thank you so
choose
much.
this topic because Gita Jayanti is coming, so.
Yes, correct, correct. Thank you so much. Yeah, there is in one website, there is even a smaller summary, like a four lines for each chapter. If you just Google on the webs in the Chrome saying that, like, Gita summaries is gone. If you put there is in one website, I saw each chapter has only 4 lines, 4 to 5 lines.
And
Yeah, even a
Mataji,
small kid can present that.
Mataji, I'm sorry if I took so much time, and
No, no,
thank
no,
you
no,
for
no problem, Risha. No problem. You
thank you
took
for
30,
giving
35 minutes. That's fine. That's fine.
and thank you
No
for
problem,
giving
Risha.
me an opportunity to present.
No, we are thank you to you, Risha. You gave us Bhagavad Gita knowledge. And we are grateful to you. Thank you so much. It's okay. Today is Monday. We don't have next class. That's why no problem. Otherwise, we have other class, then they will be hurrying up. Oh, why Mataji? Why you took longer time? No, that's okay. Today, Monday, no class. Okay. Anyway, this is the last presentation for this year. Risha, thank you so much for taking this last opportunity. We'll be opening next year presentation dates. Param, you will be the first kid to be presenting in the next year. But I will be updating it because we have any more holidays, right? In the last day of the school, this Bhakti Sangha Kids School, we will update. Okay, for the January month, these are the opening dates. But only kids who did not get an opportunity till now to present, first they will go. Later, the kids who already presented, like Vrinda, Risha, Devarsh Bala, Janvi, these kids are already presented. So they will go back little later. First, we'll give an opportunity to who did not get, like Param, Krishna. Some kids are there who did not get. Ramachandra. These kids can go first. Thank you, kids. Okay.
Mataji,
Yes.
Yeah.
could I be the second kid for presentation?
What?
No, Ryan, we will see if other kids will come. Otherwise, I will give you. Okay. You already got a chance. Even Vrunda got a chance. I'm not going to give Vrunda a chance.
Maybe I'll what the
Okay.
20% do.
Mataji, can I get
Let's close the call here. Vancha kalpatarobhyasya kripa Vaishnaveभ्यो नमो नमः. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय. शीला प्रभुपाद की जय. ईशा की जय.
Bye, Jay.
Bye
Bye, Jay. J-A-Y.
bye. Bye.
J-A-Y. Bye, Jay.